No. I was on it though. I was definitely watching.
Oh, okay,
I was
cool.
watching. We on it in 2021.
2021, no shortcuts. You feel me?
None.
What's good, beautiful people? Welcome to the podcast, Two Vegetarians Eating Chicken. It's your boy, Mr. Lingo himself.
It's your boy, KJ.
What's good, brother? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, this is a new year. You feel me? The last one we just dropped, it wasn't 2021 yet, but it's a new year now. You feel me? Hey, we ready for this new year, man. You feel me? We appreciate all the subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Buzzsprout, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Follow us, 2 Vec Podcast. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter, on IG, number 2 VEC Podcast, and TikTok. You feel me?
TikTok.
I gotta keep remembering that we got a TikTok. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do a TikTok tonight. But yeah, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're looking forward to a great year. You know what I'm saying? 2 vegetarians eat chicken. You know what I'm saying? We trying to make, shit happen. We trying to move numbers. You know what I'm saying? We coming. You feel me? For the podcast world. You feel me? So, hey, so, it's been a lot of talk going on. Well, the world is crazy right now. We ain't even going to get into all the other craziness going on.
Shit's
so we're going to try to
crazy.
distract y'all with some other shit, some other content. You know what I'm saying? Hey. But what's simping, man? A lot of people have been talking about simping, SIMP. What's a simp? You feel me? It's been a lot of conversations around it, you know what I'm saying?
Don't be a simp.
Yeah,
it's weird, though, because what I pretty much broke it down to is if you're nice to chicks, then you're a simp. If you're not, then you cool. So it's like, what? Like, there's no in between.
That's the breakdown of simp. Like
that's the breakdown from a lot of people that I've heard speak about simp, and it's so sad that I wasn't even able to pick up what a simp was. I had to go actually YouTube this shit.
Right. So the definition we got is suckers trying to impress mediocre pussy.
Oh,
the mediocre pussy. That's the definition. I don't know if that was on Urban Dictionary. I don't know if that was on Urban Dictionary. Whatever.
It was just some guy with his weird ass definition.
Okay.
But it pretty much came out to that. It's like a dude who's trying to over please or putting a woman first, which is weird, right? Because it's kind of like, oh, you're supposed to put your woman first. Yeah. But now it's just like you put her before everything you have going on, which means that it at some point makes you a simp.
But let's rewind though, because the whole point of this, we were going to talk about topic wise, was money and the influence of it. You know what I mean? And that can go in a variety of ways. But obviously, y'all get where we was trying to go since I kicked it off by saying, "What's a simp?" You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
But continue back into y'all. Just want to put that, lay that down so y'all can know the premise of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Money, the influence of it. What you could do with it, the power behind it, etc., etc. We know money rule the world. You know what I'm saying? So
it rules a lot more than that. Money buys you access. Anyway, back to the simp. So, like I was saying, it's just pretty much someone who's putting themselves second or last when it comes to a female who's pretty much mediocre or probably who's not doing as much. What I take it as is, say, you got this guy who's pretty decent in whatever he does, but then you have this girl who he feels like is out of his league. Okay. And so he does everything he can to please her, but at some point she's just an average girl, and I don't think it's being reciprocated. And so he's just trying to do everything he can to please her and just bowing down to her, which is,
So now you're a simp at that point.
If you're bowing down to someone and putting them first and they're not reciprocating the same feelings, I think that definitely would make you a simp. I would agree. You're a simp. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's like so let's say we kind of touched on this earlier. So based off of what you just said, you feel me? Let's say we go on a date.
We're on a date.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Not me and KJ, but you feel me? The girl. You
feel me? 2021, everybody going
to date. You feel me? So,
you ain't taking me home, nigga.
Watch out, bro. You feel me?
Hey, no, go ahead. I'm with you.
So you feel me? We go on a date. You know what I'm saying? And so hypothetically, let's say I pursue the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I take you out. You feel me? And I pay for the dinner. You know what I'm saying? We have a couple of drinks. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And first date type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You could go to the crib after that, I could go to the crib after that. I won't force the issue on a first date type shit. But if it leads to other shit, then okay, cool.
Forcing it anyway. But
Nah,
go ahead.
You feel me? Hey, so we gonna touch on that. You know what I'm saying? So you feel me? Second date come. You know what I'm saying?
Second date. Oh,
I do the same thing. I pay for shit. You feel me? Woo woo. You have a great ass time second date. You feel me? Now at this point, my mind is already. I guess I don't want to use the word manipulating, but I guess you can in a sense. My mind is already manipulating towards, like, you know what I'm saying, the after effects, like, of the date, you know what I'm saying, what we finna do.
So you got a motive.
You feel me? I mean, you can say that, you know what I'm saying, if you want to get technical, like, you know what I'm saying, I don't necessarily need to have one, but, like, if we having a great time, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to assume otherwise, you feel me?
Fair.
So, let's say, you know what I'm saying, extracurricular activities take place. We either go back to my crib or your crib, you know what I'm saying, and, you feel me, we get to playing extra games, you know what I'm saying? And then it gets to a point of stoppage. I quit. I don't want to play no more. You feel me? All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? At that point, now that has been displayed to me, I don't want to further anything. I don't want to pursue anything after that. I'm probably not going to hit you up. I'm probably going to let you hit me up if you feel the need to and want to continue something. But for me, personally, I'm not going to hit you up no more after that. Because if we engaged in those extracurricular activities and, you know, certain games, and then, you know what I'm saying, you was going along with those games, you was winning a couple, like, you know what I'm saying, and persuading certain moves and this and that, you feel me, then all of a sudden you want to quit, you don't want to play no more, I'm good, like, you know what I'm saying, so that's how I break it down, you feel me, but if a person continues to go forward, that's my opinion of what a simp is. You know what I'm saying? You take her out again after y'all got to that point and she like, oh no, let's just be friends and let's just, or not even just be friends, like let's wait, I don't want to rush, you know, into these games and you know what I'm saying, and you know, nah.
What happened to the chase?
I mean, the chase, it depends, like, cause I think it's just the point of if I picked a certain game and you went along with that game,
all right,
you feel me? And you are making certain moves and, you know, doing this and doing that. And then when I get to the ultimate move, you don't want to play no more?
Yeah.
Like, come on now. What'd you start making all those extra moves for? Like,
what if the person just a slow starter? Like, so like a second date is just a kiss.
Then if I'm vibing with it too, then I might give a third joint. You feel me?
Okay.
Like without even really forcing nothing, just seeing what's what. You know what I'm saying? Continue to enjoy that person as an individual and then see what happens. But then if it gets to that point again and then she chooses the game and all this, come on man, stop playing with me, bro. Like you feel me? At that point.
You take it as they're playing with you, just leading you on, but don't want you to seal the deal.
Right, you feel me? So then you start thinking, I ain't no simp ass, you feel me?
Yeah,
dude, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? So now it's like, exactly, you feel me? So that's my, you feel me? So, you know.
Looking you for that. I got you. Hey.
So.
I think that, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I think when you talk about a simp, though, is those things, but it's also more along with the fact that, like, you know, you're not near where you have gotten to play that game, but you're still chasing and you're doing a lot of stuff. Or even if you seal the deal, now it's just like you gonna be late to work because you gotta pick her up on time. You gonna be late to work because you gotta drop her off, or she got something that's important, even though your shit is critical to do.
So it's an investment now.
It's an investment, but you're not getting a quick return. It's more like a long game that you're not securing. So it's like the stock market, right? So if we want to put it into that, it's an investment. It's a stock market. You invest it. You invest in it, right? And then, like, let's say it just dropped.
Okay.
Right. Then you done lost out. So now you invested like 3 months into this, and you ain't getting no play. And you sitting here, you done put this person first. You did everything that you said was right, or that they thought was right. And then, what you thought was right, and then it's like zero returns. I think that's what a simp situation come in at. But I think it also sets up a negative for men who are like, no, like after this third date, like, bro, if you're not showing me progress, I got the right to cut you off and say this is not how it's working, because this is not how it's working for me. And as long as you know that, then like that's what you know. But at the same time, I think the reason simp exists is because when men have definitions, it's kind of like people who are pleasers will go above and beyond, and the girls hold you up to that person's expectation, or society tries to, right?
Fair. So
like, let's say I'm a part of a union and I'm working for $10 flat, but then this simp ass motherfucker come in and like, hey, I'll do that for $5 plus more. Then it's just like, What you doing? Why don't you just join the union?
Right.
And just do this 10 even instead of trying to undercut me so you can go ahead and get this mediocre ass.
That's a good analogy.
But you know, I mean, it is what it is. Everything's an investment, but it comes down to worth. It comes down to dignity, pride, and morals, right? Because even if we look at it from a female's point of view, what is she giving you for this, right? Like, let's say old school church girl, like her job is to not give you as much as you can handle, but to consistently lead you on to hook you into getting married. Come on, bro. It's a hook. What you mean? Like it's a game.
Hook for the pussy.
I mean, but it's a game though. Just like the person who might be like, hey, not yet. Hey, let's do this. Hey, second base. Hey, third base. And then like, all right, well, I've already told you from the jump though, I'm not ready to make this commitment until I get married. And then you're there and you're like, that's right. But I'm feeling you so much that you're ready to make that commitment. Not to shoot shots. But that's just what life is. It's the game. And so she won that game. And it's nothing wrong with that because it's the value. You see that value. You see that investment. You see that return. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you return it. And then in 5 years, your growth can be X, Y, and Z by investing $100 a week. Oh, that looks nice.
Right.
Cool. And so that's where it comes in at. But at the same time, you got some chicks that is willing to pay for play. Some people may call them gold diggers. Some people may not. But that's just realistically. But at the same time, female simps, in my opinion, are the ones who are just milking without even coming out front. What they call us? They call us fuck boys. Fuck boys. Because you playing so many games, but I mean, you do the same thing as you're a gold digger. You don't come out and say, hey, look, this is a pay for play type of game.
That's true.
This is a pay for play type of game. This is what you go get with me. Hey, I'm telling you now. No, it's more like a
yeah,
you my boy. You know,
I was watching some stand up. Not to cut you off, I was watching some stand up. It's a white dude, bald head, short guy. I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head.
I got like 4 of them in my head.
I can't think of his name. But he wanted to like, you know, veteran comedians. Like he's pretty funny. I'm gonna think of his name before we end it. But his special on Netflix. Basically, he was talking about like this super random. I don't know why you made me think of this. But he was talking about like how no doesn't mean no. You know, he was basically saying how like you could be chilling with a girl and she could be like, you know, no, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Stop it. Like, you know, no, that doesn't he's like that doesn't fucking mean no. No means no. No. You feel me? But like not no, what are you doing? Yeah. Like you feel me? That don't mean no, boy, that just mean you feel me? I don't really want to do it right now, but like if you keep going, eventually like, you know, we gonna get to that point. You feel me? But that you just made me think of that. That's hilarious. But then another thought was in my mind, like even from a male perspective and a female perspective of simping, or from, you know, women who go dig, like, you know, et cetera, you know, where do, you know, morals come in, if any? Like if you can relate it to any one of those situations, like, you know what I'm saying, whether it's male or female, like how do you, you know, implement, you know, the word morals and values and dignity and all of that, you know what I'm saying?
I think it comes in at pride. Like, so what is like at some point you have to lose a part of your pride. And what, fair. like if you
on either end.
Yeah. If you grew up as a person who never understood or had a certain value of like morals or dignity, or what people would define as morals and dignity. Let's say like you're a loose cannon and you just do whatever you want to because you can. Then your pride and your views and your expectations may look a little bit different. What it is though is that as I would say, I would like to think as a woman, morals and dignity comes in at what you have that is reserved for your future partner. That's according to society.
That's fair.
And how we see that shift is we've seen women go from being in the kitchen to now men question the fact of if all you have is beauty and looks, then what you know what I'm saying, then like you're just average like the other mediocre chicks. Like what else can you actually offer in a certain aspect? So like if you look for a woman, like you truly may feel like I'm gonna take care of the house, and that's great. But at the same time, it is just as attractive to see a woman who is doing business, who's trying to do something to move forward in her life personally, where she's not waiting around on you for every, to if you want to set up your own business, you want to run your business, but I know we got a kid, so I'm gonna take care of the majority of the bills, and then you pick up something and you're able, like stuff like that. It's more of a give and go right now. You know what I'm saying? You can pick up the slack where I'm missing. And I feel like that's what relationships are. So when people talk about a couple, in my perspective, a couple is not just like one man doing everything or one woman. It's a complementary dish.
Facts.
Right? And so if I come with the chicken, you come with the sides.
Yeah.
We make the meal.
It's a whole joint.
It's a whole. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm broken hearted, you can easily feel that peace in the heart. You know what I'm saying? And so you've made me complete. That's where that you come, in my perspective, that's where that you complete me comes from. Something I've once lost, you have actually filled, and I am joyful of it. And I can see this with that investment in the return, and I am forever gracious, blah, 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 or not even but until death do us part, or until life happens and things are just not there for us anymore. But at the same time, this can also be situational. You can just be there, what they say, for a season to teach me a lesson. As we've also hinted back, go back and watch those clips, people.
Hey, follow us on YouTube. You feel me? 2 Vegetarians Eating Chicken. You feel me? Follow us on Twitter, IG. You feel me? TikTok, 2 Vec Podcast, the number 2 VEC Podcast. You feel me? I had to throw that plug in there. Shout out to all the subscribers. You know what I'm saying?
So to pick back up, no, it's great. It's great.
Yes.
Just at the end of the day, it's kind of like, what do you have? Where do you draw the line, right? Is it like, well, I would never do pay for play, and it's like, well, why wouldn't you? Because that's something I believe I would never do. I quit a job because of the values. I wouldn't step over those values. I held myself to a higher standard because of the fact that I wasn't paying for play. Yes, this job is decent. Yes, this job is cool. Yes, this is something that I love. But the company values have shifted from what I personally believe in. Therefore, I cannot even work with your company anymore. I'm sorry. But that's me. That was my pride. That was my dignity. And at the end of the day, that's what it came out to. Will I take my dignity and step over the line and let this go? Because if I step over that line, what other lines am I stepping over in my life? But that's just for me. And that's how I take it. I take my pride and dignity seriously.
Right.
So I have no problem walking away from shit. I don't care what I lose. I'll walk away from it in a minute.
So with that being said, then it has to be from a situational point from each individual's perspective, right?
Yes.
Because one person, woman or male, like it doesn't matter. One person can have a certain situation going on where they need to, you feel me, get some motherfucker to pay to play. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but I'll say this: if it's comfortable within you, then why would you care what somebody else has to say? Because you have to see yourself.
That's fair. So society definitely paints a picture.
Society paints so many pictures.
Society
society made SIMPS. Society arcade with gold.
Right.
Society.
So at this point, we should just not give a fuck anyway, because there's always going to be, stipulations on things, or
it's a moral contract based off of what your beliefs and your feelings are.
That's true.
So it's between you and, I would say, your small circle. Like, if you feel like what you're doing costs you all your friends, then at the same time, just like, well, do you really want to be that person to be lonely and isolated without friends? If that's the type of situation it is. Or if it's a situation it's like, well, I got to feed my kids. And so it's like, well, have you exhausted all options? Did you go to the food bank? Did you go to the local church? Did you do X, Y, and Z? And yes, and so then if this is your only option and your kids can't go hungry, like, who is society to judge you based off the situation?
But some people don't exalt, you feel me, all of those options. They just be like, fuck that, I ain't gonna go do all that. I can do this.
But that's what
feel me?
So that's what they're comfortable with. And
that's fair.
And so, like I said, I'm not here to judge you.
That's fair.
Because if we sat down and we talked and you just told me, like, look, you're not paying my bills, I would say, you are right, and I probably
Money,
will not
money,
be.
money.
So you do what is best for you.
Money.
At the end,
that
you
shit,
definitely
that shit
do.
says a lot, bro.
It does, but I think the issue with money though, in that situation in general, is that it buys control.
It can't.
And it pushes right, and it dangles something. It's like that dude for like it was this.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah.
Buddy with the dollar on the fishing pole,
Yeah,
boy. So you gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah, and so that's
out,
just kind of how it is, because it's always a dollar, and it's always someone who's richer. So if the next, so let's say you got a dude who's busting his ass, and he's making money, but it's not enough. Are you about to go out here and jump to the next dollar? Like, where does your limit like stop?
I saw somebody post something the other day. It said something about like when somebody asks you what you do or what what your career is or whatever, and their response was like, I do what I gotta do. Like, don't let nobody put you in a box.
Fair.
So that was very broad to me when I saw it, but at the same time, it was like I see no lies in that statement, because it's like I could tell people all day I'm an entrepreneur. But I ain't gotta, you feel me, break it down to say what I'm doing as an entrepreneur. You feel me? But then it was like, I do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So as an entrepreneur, if you got a certain thing that you do or you great at, you know what I'm saying, people still don't know that's you doing what you gotta do unless you break it down to them and tell them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Fair.
So that was an interesting statement that I saw. And it makes me think about, the conversation that we having right now. Some people do what they gotta do. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. But it is.
That's okay.
Let's get that out the way right now. You know
okay for you to survive in the world as you
especially
see fit.
Right now. Especially right now.
As you see fit. Because you and your responsibilities are what's most important. So if you see fit that you're doing this game or you're doing the other thing that society doesn't agree with, then you still have value. You still have everything else that comes with you. Just because you've chosen to do something, it may be a hard sacrifice. You might value something hard that you have to give up. Like I said, like at that point, for myself, I would risk it all for like my morals and dignity. But that's just me, because that's what I was raised on. Like, some things you just don't cross or you just don't do. And so for me, it's kind of like, well, cross that line, I can't rock with you. If I can't rock with you, and I say that to myself, I can't look myself in the mirror. I can't say, I'll always be like, what'd he say? I just look back and like, he just, Big T just let this nigga hold on. Like, I can't be sitting around worried because I let somebody get over on me, and I felt like a punk at the end of the day because I wasn't willing to stick up for myself. Like, no. So I get myself out of the situation.
That's fair.
So, and that's because, people are like, oh, that's stupid. Oh, that's petty. Yeah, it's petty to you. It's not petty to me. It's important to me. So I've been in that situation, although it wasn't as crucial as some other people's.
Extensive as some other.
Right.
2020 for sure has showed, not just myself personally, but I'm pretty sure other people in the world, it has really challenged what we're really made of as individuals.
Fair.
From a standpoint of, getting knocked down and then just laying there. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them sayings, you get knocked down 7 times, get back up, one more, some shit, like whatever the saying is. But
that's right.
Yeah, but it has definitely challenged me in a way of getting to really dig deeper. And you can, and I guess I'm bringing this up because there's still a way that you can take a shortcut. You know what I'm saying? But this is still even not. I'm not saying that to like, make it seem like I'm like judging people who have to take those shortcuts. I'm just saying in general, 2020 has like challenged me to really see what I'm made of as an individual when shit hits the fan. And like, where are you willing to go? I guess that's really my point. Like, where are you willing to go and challenge those morals and dignity and pride? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's been such a unforeseen time where we've had to like swallow that pride and, reach out to family or friends or etc. You know what I'm saying? For, X amount of this, X amount of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because shit has been real. We ain't never experienced this shit before. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know I haven't in my years, on this planet. You know what I mean? So, but it's interesting. Money, and it's crazy. Because if you really think about it, all of that, it all stems from money. You know what I'm saying? Even when all of this shit happened, like, ain't nobody thinking about, I need to make sure I have a stash aside just in case a pandemic happened. If you put a motherfucking poll together, there's not gonna be a lot of people who was like, oh yeah, I knew the pandemic was coming. You ain't know this shit was coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like an interesting, viewpoint of how money is such a controlling factor in our everyday lives. We need that shit to survive. We needed to pay our bills, put a roof over our head. We needed to put clothes on our back. We needed to put food in our mouths. Like, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You feel me? So it's interesting how money plays a part in, like, our every minute, second, hour, whatever the fuck you want to, like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. You feel me? It's very intriguing. It's very intriguing.
You say so.
But that simp shit, though, that's a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? And then motherfuckers got money to waste, apparently. You feel me?
But it ain't even just that. I think it's just actions, too. Like, this simp didn't suck my toes. Bitch, I ain't putting your toes in my mouth.
Yeah, no. I mean, this ain't no, you feel me? Ever since I saw Don't Be a Menace, and he put that motherfucking hot sauce on them toes, and I'm like, I would never suck a toe. I don't think I've ever put feet in my mouth. Like, I'm just saying. Man, I don't know. Like, it just ain't never really came down to that, I guess. Like, if it was some intentional shit, then I saw your toes and they was pretty as fuck. Yeah, I'd probably suck your toes. But, like, you feel me? Like, I'm just never thinking about, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna suck her toes tonight. Like, nah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's funny. Ever since I seen Don't Be a Menace. But anyway, yeah. So, I mean, just the whole. But even that, you feel me? It all just stems from one thing. It's such a, money just has such an influence on decisions people make, how we live on a daily. You know what I'm saying? That's why people rob. That's why people steal, because they don't have,
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people is just,
thrill.
You feel me? Yeah, I mean, I can thrill myself a lot of ways. You feel me? I jump off a fucking plane. Like, I don't need to go rob nobody for a thrill. Because I might die in that thrill. I mean, I might die jumping off a plane, too. Like, you feel me? But I guess everybody's thrill is they thrill. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you feel me? I'm glad we got to touch on this. You know what I'm saying? It was a,
unique conversation.
Yeah, very unique conversation, and stirring thing that was taking place. So, I'm glad we got to touch on it. But you feel me? Make sure y'all follow us on Twitter. You feel me? IG. You feel me? TikTok. 2Vec Podcast. Number 2 VEC Podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's been an interesting start to the year. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, all that shit. You feel me? We are a traveling podcast. We got some dope guests lined up for 2021, man. I'm telling y'all, stay tuned. You feel me? Stay tuned. You feel me? It's your boy, Mr. Lingo himself. I don't know what KJ got to say.
Nah, it's your boy KJ. Share, like, comment, subscribe as usual. We're grateful for y'all, man.
All that good shit. Hey, shout out to Melanin Gang. Support your local Melanin Gang. Go follow them on IG. The Melanin Gang. You feel me?
Melanin Gang.
You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of dope shit. You feel me? I got a bag too, but it's all the way over there. I'm not getting.
They paying for this promo.
Hey, we'll talk. We'll talk all day. Hey, later.